City, welcome to Denver. This is Empower Field at Mile High. Today, a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go here from Mile High. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Well, it seems like we say the same thing, doesn't it, going into every season? And it's part of being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no bigger spotlight in sports. The pressure is on you from day one, and Dak Prescott has never shied away from any of it. So can he get back healthy? Can he be out there for all the regular season games? Because when he's been healthy and that group around him has been intact, they're a perennial playoff contender. Can they get back to that? I think that's what everyone around the league is wondering. And a lot of that success down in Dallas is going to come down to the play at quarterback by Dak Prescott.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll step up and run this. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
Gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Cowboys.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush. And that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This one caught the floor. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
Cowboys, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Big-time pitch and catch there on third down to extend this drive. Feels like they've got to come away with 6. You want to strike first. It'll go a long way in determining how the rest of this game plays out.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Broncos nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a yard. Here's Dobbins. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A run with Dobbins. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the 41, here's second down and 5. Here's a design run. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
And you can tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Next, from the gun, on third down. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, out is the rookie sixth-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger onto punt for Dallas. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Broncos offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The zone read. This is Nix.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
2nd and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. He is met and dropped. Yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Now it's Dobbins, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down by Jair. A gain of a yard.
the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up 4th down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Give them 27, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
And he's into the end zone. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On the give, it's Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
3rd, they need 8. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. A pick up there of 19 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Dallas.
they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at their 48-yard line.
On the play fake, Dak. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. First down and more inside the 30. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. What a run by Williams. It's a gain of 34.
At the 11-yard line.
Third down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now a second down throw for Prescott. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing third and 3. Prescott. He can't get away, and he loses the football. The Broncos have it. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. What a terrible moment for the offense. You're in the red zone, driving for a score, and Greg, instead, it goes back the other way for a touchdown.
Yeah, and every defensive coordinator around the league, Mike, they preach 2 things in the red zone. They preach field goals and takeaways. In this case, they get the latter, and not only do they force the takeaway, he's able to return it the entire length of the field and take it for 6.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He knocks it through. Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Cowboys 7.
Touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. It's the Cowboys offense, and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A pitch comes to Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
2 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. Let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yards, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Prescott. He'll try and get carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught left side. It's complete. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Broncos.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He takes off. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes a pay.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. They get this complete to Tolbert. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 34-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
Cowboy first down.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll throw again. Dak. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. This looks like a design run, and that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Trayvon Diggs in on the tackle.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. They'll throw. It's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. On the bootleg, it's Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
6. Nix from the gun on third down. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground, about 7.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott now. Left side, run by Lamb.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Prescott to his main man Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 20. First down, Cowboys.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On the play fake, Dak. This pass right side is caught by Schoonmaker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
It's the quarterback with a sneak. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. I'm not sure how many guys grew up wanting to be an NFL fullback. Like, they don't get the ball a ton, they're used to do all the dirty work, but in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands, I can do some things.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. Here's Prescott. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
They'll run. It's Williams. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
So these two teams take a long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. operating from the gun. Here's Dak. It is brought in the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. They've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to 23 yards. The Broncos offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. Going to bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's going to air this one out. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Dak. Pass to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's caught by Tova, right side. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of...
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Prescott again. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Cowboys first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only one. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he will score! George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Broncos 17.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
I want the money, the cash, the fool at the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my brother, so what are we lacking? I can point it down, so much that's around. Better settle down, no one doing that. Or they send the hounds, bite me in that. Put me in the ground, turn me into ash, but to carry down.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Brought down
From the 30 now, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up 3rd down.
A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Gain on the play. And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Here's Nix to throw. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
We'll go play action with Nix. He goes right back to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
2nd down. Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So here comes 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's the number. Broncos, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here we go. 1st and goal. Dobbins. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
That one, take it in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver.
When you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? Shotgun snap for Prescott. That one on target for Williams. He's got it. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, Cowboys. Prescott now. Well, left side, caught by Ferguson. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. As they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Pistol now for Prescott. That's into the hands of Lamb. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. Again, Prescott to the air. Open receiver, it's Colbert. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.